Recording.
Did it.
All right. 3, 2, 1 and all that.
Uh-huh.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
It's Michy Stitch here and
Michy TopKnot.
Michy TopKnot.
We're finally doing this after like 2 years of talking about it.
I know. And you've gone to the cola. Weren't you drinking a La Croix or Saint Croix or whatever it's called? La Croix?
Well, while we were having our technical difficulties, I was realizing that this one's almost empty and I haven't yet had my daily Diet Coke, and it's coming up on the end of my Diet Coke window before I can't drink it because then I won't sleep. So I have a daily to-do list, and if I do enough chores around my house, then I get a Diet Coke at lunch.
Oh, nice.
To bribe myself. Well,
it's only 10 to 8 in the morning here, so I would love to have a La Croix. Actually, do you know, Abby, my last video, which I'm overdue for a video. Actually, we've just launched into it. Here's Jasper.
Oh, Jasper.
Instead of saying this is a recording, a video about cross-stitching. This would not seem apparent from the start of this video. So if someone has stumbled onto this going, oh, this looks fun. This is a Flosstube video that will be shown on 2 channels, not 1, so you get 2 for the price of 1, where we talk about cross-stitching, and occasionally my poodle.
And occasionally my cat, who's sleeping right now, but I will definitely pull him out here later.
Jasper was sleeping, but he's just woken up going, Mum, what's going on? Why
are we up so early?
It's a Saturday. Why are you sitting in front of the computer? So yes, we talk about cross-stitching, and we both have our own channels, and you will find this video on both channels. So if you've got this far in and you happen to watch both of us, same video, turn back. So on my last update, I was doing Dry July, and it was morning, and I had an espresso martini, but it was an alcohol-free one. But I think on my video name, it was Drinking in the Morning is the New Black or something. I immediately got a thumbs down.
Oh, of course.
So one of those me drinking haters, because I do have some haters when I drink on my videos, but it's my video and I can drink if I want to.
That's right.
They don't approve. And I think they thought it was a real drink or something. Or maybe it's one of those people, you know how we all have that one person that waits for us to post just so that they can
just to give it a thumbs down.
Yeah, losers.
It's always so interesting. I do remember the first time I saw a thumbs down, I did take it so personally, and I was like, oh no, they hate me.
I know, someone doesn't like me.
Then I moved on.
Me too. Now I just don't even give a shit.
Yeah.
Given I actually, I don't have, 1 million viewers.
What?
I figured, no, I know. Right?
Crazy.
Yeah. So, yes, we talk about cross-stitching, and the reason we're doing this togetherness video is, apart from the fact that, I'm Abby's big sister.
Yep.
Even my mum says so. And hi, Mum. Abby is kind enough to sell my few patterns on her shop, TopKnot Stitcher shop, linked below.
TopKnotStitcher.com for all of your cross-stitch needs, including Michy's designs.
I know, it's so exciting.
Why would I not carry it? Because they're fantastic, and it's so fun.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So yes, we've got lots to talk about. We'll talk about, we will sort of cover off, I don't have that many releases, so we'll cover off on what I already have in Le Shop. Also can be found on 1884 Stitchery, McKenna's shop. And when you release, I have a new release.
And I also have a new release. Really exciting video, because I'll show you all what's coming out this weekend.
I know. We've got all the new things. Not only do we stitch, we design. We're just multi-talented.
We really are. Cross-stitch empire.
Oh, don't stretch right there, Jasper.
That's better.
It's such a big dog. So, look, it's made me blush and everything.
Yeah.
So, Alrighty, so usually my videos and Abby's actually they usually follow fairly the same routine. We talk about some life updates, then we show the stitching, any stash haul, that kind of thing. My monthly update is that at the end of July, I went on a hike and I forgot to check how many miles it was. It was 64 kilometers. I'll hang on, length. I've got, kilometers, and I say 64, and miles, that is 39.76, so 40 miles.
Oh, yeah, I was supposed to double it. Okay, whoa.
Yeah, so that was over 4 days, so about 10 mile a day.
Very impressive.
I actually hate talking in miles because it makes me feel like I did less.
Yeah, 64 sounds way better.
Yes, it was 17. The longest day was 17 and a half kilometers, and of that, 7 of it was uphill. And then the last 10 wasn't flat. It was kind of undulating. And because we'd done this really big up at the start of the day, 600 meters over about 3 kilometers. So probably just over a mile, we went up 600 meters. So by the end of the day, every time we had a hill we had to go up, we were like, and when I got back to the final hut, my socks, because I wear 2 pair of socks, you wear liner socks, and then you wear your hiking socks, it stops some blisters. My socks had started felting to each other.
Oh,
I know.
Wow.
But it was amazing. We saw these, I don't know if they're threatened or endangered because they're 2 different things. Brush-tailed rock wallabies. That were the cutest things. Oh, they were adorable. Like just ridiculous cute. They look like little stuffed toys. They're really small. Like kangaroos can be as tall as me. These things are tiny and they're like chubby and so we saw 2 of them. They have colonies there, and I think we saw the sentinels, the lookout wobbers. Watching us go past. Gail and I rarely come across things like snakes because blah 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 blah. So the snakes have plenty of time. Day 2 was almost exclusively walking through water. Remembering it's the middle of winter here.
Right.
But it was beautifully warm for some reason. I think it's because it's in a gully, but for whatever reason, we thought the water was going to be freezing. The water was beautiful. It was amazing. I had such a good time. It's like there's no mobile reception
here because there's nothing to see. That's not true. It's beautiful, but
yeah.
Like I'm going to go for a walk tomorrow and maybe I'll see some dogs in their front yards.
Well, I mean, I walk Jasper every day and I see that kind of thing. But I'll tell you what, this was amazing. No mobile reception. It was so good. So nice.
I am going camping in a couple weeks. And we found the most isolated campground that we could find where like each campsite is really spread out.
Yeah.
And so we're going to do some just like day hiking trips.
Oh, that's really nice too. Gail and I are doing that as well.
So excited.
But on the drive home, which was a 6-hour drive back to Sydney, we stopped at a little town called Walker, and I got myself a new cock for my cock collection. Isn't it cute?
He's so cute.
So he was in an op shop, this fine specimen of cock, fully framed, professionally framed, in fact. Someone loved their cock very much.
Very much.
He's so cute. He's so cute and janky, and he goes perfectly with my other cock cross stitches that I have procured.
How many do you have at this point?
I have 3. I have these 2 and a biscornu that Gail Phillips did me.
Nice.
But this was a doula, one doula. It's so cute. I love him. And the other thing.
That's a great buy.
Yeah, the other thing, I was in an antique store also in Walker, and I found these 2 napkins, and it was like one of the best antique stores I've seen in a long time because it's nowhere near Sydney, right? So the good stuff doesn't just immediately go, and it's not overpriced. These are 2 napkins Look at
Oh,
this.
that's beautiful.
I know.
Man, I want to do
So
that to all my napkins.
Yeah, I got this
But
one. Well, I don't know if it's a napkin or a placemat, but it's quite long.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know what I'm going to do with them, whether I'm going to cut them out and frame them or whatever. So that one. And then this, look.
Oh, that's so pretty.
And they were both like $3 each, or no, not even. They're so lovely. And
Yeah.
these are all definitely hand done.
Uh-huh.
Even the actually even the lace has been hand stitched to this linen, because I can see the whip stitch.
Huh.
And there's no way. Oh, that could be machine done. It's pretty. Anyway, who knows? It's beautiful.
That's very cool. I do miss that part of my life.
Yes. So
I'm not doing that right now.
No, I mean, even us, we are wearing masks when we can't stay 1.5 meters apart and things like that. So in Melbourne, Victoria is in full lockdown. It's New South Wales. We've got cases bubbling along, but it's not too bad. But let's not talk about that stuff.
No.
So yes, that was wonderful. Otherwise, I've just been working, and I'm kind of got a slight obsession with Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Randy, hi. Heather, Link is my homeboy. I see you. Okay, let me tell you how obsessed I am with this, Abby.
Tell me.
I've been playing on Fate's Island.
I don't have it, and so I only know of it through people's random posts on social media.
Right.
And I'm okay with that right now, but I also have kept my eye out for the ability to purchase the things I need in order to acquire it in my life.
Don't do it.
I have enough distracting me already.
Exactly. So it's now more played online than Call of Duty.
Well, that's good.
Yes. And I think the reason that is...
more wholesome.
It is. And also the amount of male and female players on Animal Crossing is actually more evenly split.
Yeah.
Most players are in their late or 20s and early 30s. But don't worry, there are still, mothers like me. And yes, it's more wholesome. I think what it is things like Call of Duty at the moment, people are sick of death. I hope they're sick of death.
Yeah.
Anyway, I really hope. So and also, as I said, it's a lot less male centric. And I know there are women that play Call of Duty, and power to them.
Right.
But for me, I've never been good at computer games like that. I'm just rubbish.
Yeah. No, I can't.
Right. That's me playing any kind of game.
I don't like games that make me stressed.
Yes.
That would make me so anxious.
Yes.
And that defeats the purpose of my entertainment, which is to relax.
Yeah. Exactly. And so
it's kind of the same where I don't like watching sports for that reason, because when the game gets towards the end and it gets really intense, and one team's going to be sad because they're going to lose, and I just feel so much responsibility.
We literally are related. That is my issue as well. I'm just like, it's all too stressful. I know. Anything that requires winning, I find incredibly stressful. So Faith got it as soon as it came out, because she's been playing all of the different Animal Crossings as she grew up, right? And so she was so excited when it came out, and it came out in about April. And I managed to she's like, Mom, you've got to have your character on the island. You'll love it. And I'm like, yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. So for months, I was fine. I'd get on occasionally. I'd do my thing, and it was fine.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened. Some kind of crazy switch flicked in my brain, and all of a sudden, so obsessed that I've been on Faith's Island this whole time, because you can have more people on one island, and I'm like, I need my own island. I need to be the master of my own island. So I literally went, this is a funny story, I went and I got myself a Switch, because you've got to have your own Switch, one island per Switch,
right?
Because Nintendo like to make money. But whatever, there's a limited edition Animal Crossing Switch.
Oh.
So I said to Faith, so I bought my own Switch. And she went, did you get the limited edition Switch? And I went, yes. She just goes, this is my daughter. She just goes, you asshole. I want that Switch. And I'm like, so anyway, it's beautiful. It is, it's all in pastels, and it's got Tom Nook on it. And so anyway, So there's not been a lot of stitching going the last couple of weeks. I'm hoping this obsession will ebb, and it will.
Mm-hmm.
So I can get my stitching versus gaming back more like
back
this.
in balance. Yeah.
Back in balance. So that's all I've been doing.
Yeah. Well, that sounds pretty great. I have been renovating my home office. So we have a new setup
behind you.
And I am obsessed with it. Like, I love it so much. The goal of this was that I could turn my little kitchen table corner from a really sad, depressing corner of my house where I was begrudgingly working from home. And I didn't want to give up my studio space. I didn't want people to be able to see into my house. Like, I wanted to have a nice segmented space, but not give up that much footprint space in my house. And thanks to Ryan, my evil twin, Wild Violet, she has a similar thing in her house where she has these dividers so that she can have like private office space, but also you can, it's just brilliant. So,
you know what? I'm actually looking at those going, after this call, I'm going to get onto Amazon, because even though you can see my kind of shelves in the background and they're not bad.
Yeah.
I think that looks so good.
Really, really lovely, because it's also like my house only has, I have 3 main windows. So there's a lot of corners that are pretty dark and unpleasant, not unpleasant, but it's just like
dark.
Yeah. So like my desk area is very well lit, but then I'd like look over and be like, oh, there's like my black hole of a kitchen. And now I don't have to look at it during the day. Like I just have this beautiful wall of shuttered panels. And it like makes it so much lighter and brighter, and it's
because
so
it's
clean.
white, it would be bouncing the light off it. But you know what?
It's
moving to your own space to work is utterly game changing.
And that was really like I didn't eat at our kitchen table that often, so it wasn't, to me it was like, well, this isn't really a space that I used before, and so it was kind of like my office space, but it was just so unpleasant. So I got a new desk. It's actually a bar table, so I can stand at it, and then I have like a bar stool as my office chair. It's great. And then I have this shelf now stays behind me so that it's a beautiful backdrop for all my Zoom calls. And then I have this movable panel so that I can close it off while I'm working in here. And then if I'm home but not working, I can like close it off so I don't have to look at it. Or I can just use it wherever I need to like eliminate clutter. Plus, like I can expand it. So like my office right now is like a full arm span worth, but I can also just close it off where it will be nice and slim and not take up all of my actual like dining living. I love it so much.
Yeah, that's such a clever idea.
Because it was the best. I think all in it cost me like almost $300.
But worth everything.
But so worth it. And they came already assembled, so I didn't even have to build it.
Yeah, that's worth it too. Yeah, because I used to work at my kitchen table because I thought this room was kind of Faith's study room, but she wasn't really using it. It was just clutter in here.
Yeah.
And when I was in the kitchen, I was always distracted. And so I came in here, I cleared out the clutter because I thought this room was dark. It wasn't, it was cluttered. There's these big windows here that I can open up, and you see the light that already just...
Yeah.
But it's bad for recording. But it was so game changing for me. But I am kind of jealous of your back.
I love it so much. I even like last week I built the desk, and even that was like such a big change. And I have it now where I'm just like facing out the window. So in my studio, in my office, and in my bedroom, like I am next to the window as close as possible at all times because I don't have any patio space. And so instead of looking into my dark kitchen, I'm like looking out on this beautiful tree, and then I'm surrounded by this really, I love it so much.
It's so good. You should be so happy with that. Oh, and I love that little cross stitch up there, that Ryan cross stitch.
Yes.
Yeah.
I kind of FFO'd it, but not really. I need to like stretch it, but that's maybe, well, I don't know if I like it in this frame, but I realized it was, I might paint it.
I know, I like the frame. I reckon it's really clean looking.
Yeah.
But then, you know, maybe in a white frame or a frame that matches the color of that diamond.
Yeah, that could be cool. I don't really have any paint, so it's definitely going to stay like this for a long time until I change that. But
yeah, it's nice.
It's like a perfect little size for it.
It is. Now you're going to have to zhuzh it so it's not. No, no, no. I ruined it.
You did. Oh, okay.
There we are.
Okay.
Here we are.
Whew. Yes, and then this little cactus down here is also from Ryan. This is a birthday gift, and this is a little cat.
That's
and a little
so
cactus.
cute.
A cactus, if you will.
Cactus. That's so cute.
I love it. So yeah, I'm not sure exactly what all I'm gonna put out here, but I'm very excited to find
I like
out.
it like that.
Yeah. I don't want it to be like too cluttered and crazy, but I literally just like went into my studio and grabbed a few things and grabbed a couple plants and
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. I've got in front of me here a whole lot of paintings that Faith's done and cross stitches that I've done, which I can enjoy, and I do.
Yeah.
But obviously behind me is just shelves.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
and yes, and then I love that no one gets to see the rest of my house because like my office, my teammates, random clients, like they don't need to see.
No, that's really good. And the Zoom backgrounds are good, but they're not that good.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I just have had like a blank wall, which is also really boring.
Yeah, I hear you.
So this is my life update, and I'm super proud of it.
You should be super happy with it.
My house is almost like settled into its new life. My studio still needs a little bit of work, but it's fine. And that's also, I didn't want to put my office in there because studio
such a happy space.
Yeah, it's a happy space, and then I also like make messes in there constantly. Like right now, there's just like FFOA materials strewn all over the floor, and I'm not going to clean that up because I'm going to go FFO some more stuff. So
fair enough.
This way, no one has to know.
No, I love it. I love it. So we've talked about, so apart from those acquisitions from my travels, the only haul I got was some DMC in boring colors that are very well used.
Beautiful.
And I got my XU Designs Fabric of the Month, which is this. It's actually, it's hard to see. It's a very pale beige. Oh, actually, no, that's all right. It's beige.
Nice.
Yes, it's perhaps not showing as well as it could because of all the lights I had to add because it's fairly early in the morning for me. Right. You see the slight grey through it?
Yeah.
Like marble. And then it came with this beautiful grey silk. Yeah.
That's very nice.
Yes, and she always gives a little pattern, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
I do like the moon.
That is the sum total of my haul for this month. All a bit boring.
I had very little haul, and I don't think I actually brought it out here. I had a couple charts that I got on the stash unload, but I didn't actually bring them.
Oh.
So,
well.
But I do have an invention to share because I have this metal pencil case.
Yep.
And I have discovered it's the perfect size for skeins of floss. So this is the color palette of my new design. And then I have like my tools in there, and then I glued magnets into the lid of it so that everything stays put. And then I can have my needle minders, or also if I'm working and I have my scissors, they just hang out.
Do you know what? I accidentally have a similar setup.
It's amazing.
Yeah, but mine was from that. Remember the quilting shop for StitchCon? They gave us the metal. Oh, I do have it right here. That quarter shop.
Oh.
So I don't know how. Right, and so that's metal.
Oh.
And so it's funny you should say that because in there, at the moment, I have my needles, which are stuck to needle minders. My needle minders, one of them is my Abbey Moon. And then I have a lot of needles, and I have those clips in here at the moment. But yes, it is. And I have a highlighting marker. Yes, and a whole lot of needles. But I tell you what, you're right. Look at us. So good.
I hadn't glued magnets into it at all. And I found that I kept like accidentally like moving them around because I have so many needle minders flying around. So gluing one of them in that can hold my scissors in place, that was truly the best.
I agree.
Also, I have a little koala on there.
Oh, everyone loves koalas.
Yeah. So that's my exciting other update, but yeah, very little other haul because I've been busy doing secret things.
Oh, secret.
But one of them's not going to be a secret anymore.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah.
So then, Stitchy Kindness. I got a tiny bit of Stitchy Kindness, and it's really, really cool. So one of the people that won one of my giveaways, my man bag giveaway, she sent me a little thank you, and it was a card, and it's a Scottish Highland.
It's so pretty.
This was painted by her mum.
That's amazing.
I know. So I'm totally going to frame that because it's just so cool. She wrote me a lovely note, and she sent me this beautiful floss, and it's actually in all of my favorite colors.
Ooh, that is really pretty.
It's called Dragon Floss, hand-dyed threads, and the color is Ivy.
Nice.
So I have this beautiful card, which I will be framing now that I've shown you all, and it's going to go on my wall of beautifulness that no one can see except me and this floss.
Nice.
Stitchy Kindness.
That is lovely.
Yeah.
I don't have any Stitchy Kindness to share.
I really
like, I've been very like single, not really a single track because I've been working on like 4 projects simultaneously, but they're all like secret things.
And it's so things, she can't show them, right?
I know. And I'm sorry.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. But one of them we're revealing, so that'll be good. But it really, like, I'm glad that we're making a video together because I don't have a lot of other stuff to share because I haven't done anything else.
So let us then talk whips. My general whips, even though I haven't done a lot of work, I was hoping to have this one finished for this video.
Oh, they're
so that's a mushroom that Elena B gifted me, and you can see I actually framed that. You can see I totally missed that center, but but it's still enough to frame it. And I actually, the back stitching around the edge is really, really beautiful. But I made sure I did that before I did the back stitching in the middle, which is all that I have left. Oh, there's an Abby needle minder, I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
Because I knew that if I did the center first, I would just flake out on the, like, oh, no, I won't do it, and I'll just frame it in a hoop. But I'm really, really glad I did because it's really beautiful. And of course I was a stitch off somewhere. So I was a bit smart. What I did was when I did the back stitching, I stopped here. So I did from that side around, and then I did that around the bottom, and that way I could adjust stitches to make sure I didn't have to unpick. So I did that, and yes, I had made mistakes, but you cannot tell at all.
It's beautiful.
So yes, it's just the mushrooms that I'm doing the back stitching on, and then it will be done.
Yay!
Isn't it so pretty?
It's so pretty. I love that. I don't even like mushrooms that much, but
I love mushrooms, but it's so beautiful. So I have that. Do you have a whip that you can show?
I do. I have a whip that I cannot show, but I have 2 whips that I've done a little bit of stitching on as rewards to myself that I can show. So I've made a little bit of progress on my Moon Dance by Kathy Barrick. And I love this one so much. Even though, like, this is the only moon and it's tiny and it's mostly like a giant heart and these turkey peacock things. But I still just,
I have that needle minder as well. I think you got us that, or we got it together, or something.
I think we got it together in Arizona.
Yes, because we were doing it was on our Zippity Doodah projects.
Yes.
And have you started
Zippity Doodah, we had the dragon one.
Oh, we did too. That's right, because there's that story.
Yeah. There is that story.
Which we've already told in another video, so we're not going to tell the story.
I have not started the Polly Wally.
Neither have I.
One. I keep like grabbing it to start, and then I keep being like, no, I need to finish some other things first.
Me too. Look, but I will show
But it makes me
everyone.
so happy. So like I want to stitch it.
I'll show everyone because we have the same stuff. Of course we do.
Of course.
And I have these two needle minders in there ready to go. I know. So, and we share our silk.
Yeah.
Look at it.
So good. I think I almost picked it up in the spring, but it was like right after, you know, they had postponed StitchCon and I was feeling sad. And so I was like, I'm just going to wait until it's closer to when I'll see Michy again.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's
so there it is. It's so gorgeous. So we have the same, and we actually changed the colors because we chose this fabric, which is tarnished silver. Under the Sea Fabrics. I actually have a big order from her coming.
Ooh.
Look at that.
So good.
And it's actually
and we're going to have so much extra, right?
We are going to have so much extra.
A little pattern.
Which is good. But so we changed the greens, I think it was, because the greens that were called for really didn't work. But they're all NPI silk, which is so nice to stitch with. It's such a good pattern. It's so cute. So then we both have our zippity doodahs and we'll both have our polly wolly doodles. You know what, Abby, if we don't start, because I don't think we're going to see each other. I don't think I'm going to be traveling to America anytime soon. Yeah. Maybe we should make it my birthday start. Because your birthday's already happened, hasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it has. That's a good idea.
My birthday's not until Christmas.
Yeah, that's perfect.
So that gives us plenty of time to get a few finishes.
Okay, I like that idea.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like it a lot.
And an Abby bag.
Wait, what?
This is Abby bag and even Abby postcard.
Oh.
I know.
So cute. I have this piece, although I don't know if I've made any progress since I filmed my last video, but it's Together Against Violet. Together Against Racism.
Oh, I love those flowers.
Oh, I just love this piece, and I'm stitching it on Aida, and I don't stitch on Aida very often, and then I stitch on it, and I'm like, why don't I stitch on this? It's so good.
Yeah.
And I think, why don't I stitch on some 20 count fabric and 22 count fabric? Because that's even better.
I know. Like 22 count hard anger. Oh.
Yeah. It's so good.
Speaking of Aida.
Work on him.
Speaking of Aida.
Oh. Is this still your like commuting project?
It is, although I haven't commuted apparently for a week.
Oh.
Well. But next week I'm back into it. So I sewed in the 2020 because I'm feeling brave. Even though this will be, once I finish this page, I'll have 3 pages to go. I can totally do that.
Yeah, that's like less than one a month.
I know. But it's big, right? But isn't it so beautiful?
It's so good.
It's ridiculous. And that's Aida.
Yeah.
And I love stitching on it.
Yeah.
I love the color of it. I love the feel of it because it's really soft cotton. Oh, never gets old, that one.
Cool. Yeah.
That's my most loved piece when I post it on Instagram. I got more likes from that than anything else.
I believe it. It's gorgeous.
It is so beautiful.
Yeah.
So they're the only 2 whips I've worked on because
they're the only 2 that I've worked on that I can show.
I have worked on another one, and Abby and I were talking about this, whether I show it or not. So I think I'm going to. So as you know, well, as we mentioned at the beginning, I design cross stitches on occasion. And so I have a brand new release to show you. But before I did my brand new release, I'll show you an upcoming release, even though that seems a little bit backwards, but it's a whip, right?
Yeah.
So it kind of segues nicely into here. So one of the designs I have designed is obviously you'd think it was inspired by this year when you see it, but actually it's not. I designed this one for Emily C. a million years ago because she was kind of talking about it. We won't go into the whys of this particular. It was one of those moments in cross stitching history. So we'll leave it at that. So I designed it for her, and then I put a whole background around it and decided I'd release it this year. So I have half finished it. It's my plague doctor.
It's so good.
Yeah, so he, it's kind of hard to see. So he's on Anubis, so under the sea fabrics, which are, I love under the sea.
Yeah.
The top of his little cane, the pommel, is actually, and I don't know, I think I'm going to have to do the standy thing. It's actually a little, can you see it sparkling?
Yeah.
It's a little gem.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, and his 2 buttons on his cuff are little tiny seed beads sent to me by the gorgeous Deb. She does videos. Deb. Oh, I'm so sorry, Deb. I've had a brain fart on your surname. Oh my God. Anyway, she is gorgeous. I love her so much. So when I was talking about not having the beads, she immediately put a couple in an envelope for me because she is so nice. But I have all of the background is in half stitch because it's meant to be kind of all foggy and mysterious. So there'll be some gravestones down here. This is the top of a crypt.
Ooh.
So come down the side. And yes, so I'm kind of halfway down actually.
Yeah.
And he is stitched in Gloriana.
Ooh.
But of course, can be stitched in 310. Everything else is DMC.
Nice.
So while, and I will always have the alternatives, the DMC alternatives, because not everyone wants to pay the money. It's just, I love sewing in silk. Like it feels so nice to sew with. So that's the main reason. And the antique black is just kind of a dusty black. But he would look just as good in 310.
Right.
So that's as far as he has got. I love him.
He's so cool.
He is so cool. So that will be obviously released when I finish him. So that might be 2021. Who knows? I have one design in progress that I had a sudden inspiration. And ironically, it was during one of my work team meetings. And I'm like, oh, I'm totally going to design that new cross stitch. And they're all just like... My team are so understanding of me. So yes, I've got one coming, and this one is very apt for 2020. So I'm pretty excited about that one. I've just got to finish charting it. I have found someone that is happy to stitch it for me, a model stitcher. So yes, that's kind of my in progress. Bendy Stitchy also has one that she's stitching up for me as well. I do need to ask her for an update. I don't even know if she started it yet. We'll find out. So have you got any in progress? Oh no, that was our in progress, wasn't it?
That was our in progress,
Let's talk about
progress. That's funny to say that way. I can't show my in progress, but I can show my new release.
Show your new release.
That's coming as soon as I can get myself organized enough to put it all together, but within the next few days after this video is uploaded, so it will be coming very soon. And this was an inspiration just because I'm forgetful, and I kept forgetting one of these things when I was walking out of my house. And so
I'm going
I
to stitch
thought to myself, I know what I need. And so I made a little bone wallet piece mask.
I love that. I am totally going to stitch that. And because I keep getting masks often because I don't have them in my bag. And for Faith, keys. Man, she forgets her keys.
I've locked myself out of the house, and now that Birdie moved home, it's a much bigger ordeal to get back into my house.
Exactly. That is so cute.
I love it so much. And so I'm going to hang it next to my door, and then I'm also hanging next to it or under it, I haven't decided, will be a little hook with some masks, because usually I would just keep them on the doorknob, but then Jam wants to play with them. And
that's a really good idea.
So I love it so much. So I will have this chart available as a PDF download, and then I also have the materials to make up some kits. So I will have those for sale as well.
Well,
little banner.
Well, Abby, I will be stitching the shit out of that. How long did it take you to stitch it up?
I did it over like 2 different evenings.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It was very quick, and I was not really stitching that. I was stitching slowly because I didn't want to mess up the pattern.
Yeah, right.
but otherwise, like, yeah, it's
It's a quickie.
simple. Yeah.
I love it.
And I just love this little, like, this whole banner concept. I'm not sold on this ribbon either, but we'll see. And I put some felt on the back just so it's a little more stable, but you don't have to.
Because otherwise,
it won't be in the kit.
It could curl up as well.
Yeah. I was just going to put some interfacing, but I found that one. And then I also have some tassels that are coming to hang a little tassel at the bottom, but I don't know yet if I'm going to like that.
You could make your own tassels. There's lots of DMC tassel, and then you could do it in the colors you stitched it in.
This is true. It's coming in, it should match the orange that's in here, but this is like one of my proudest designs because the end product is so much better than what I started out with and what was in my head.
I love it.
I love it so much.
You need a little hook on your thing so that you can hang it.
I can hang it at the top, but then you won't be able to really see it.
That's so cute. I love that.
I'll just do this.
I love that.
It'll be available soon. And I stitched it. It's in, all of the colors are from the DMC 1 through 35, which I am just now starting to like actually use. And I was like, I want to use more of these.
That reminds me, I think I have not a pre-order from you, but I ordered I said to you the Mirabilia lady and the new floss. We had that discussion.
Did we?
Yeah, we did.
That doesn't
You meant to have those aside for me. Yeah.
For Eliana?
Yes, Eliana. Okay. And you said, oh, and do you want the new threads? And I went, of course I want the new threads.
I've got you covered.
Since I now have a TopKnot Stitcher Shop credit due to all my millions of sales.
Yes, I do have it set aside. And I do remember the other day, I was like, I have 2 of these floss packs, but I know that for a fact I have 0 in inventory and I should have 1 in inventory because 1's for me. Who's the other one for? It's for you.
It's for me. It's for me. Okay. So,
yeah.
And this is the pattern we have to thank for all my millions of doulas. This sells quite well. Given that we don't, the only reason I say quite well is because I don't actually really advertise. So it's only people, unless they've seen the Instagram post. It's only the people that, so yes, 'tis what she proclaimeth, which that sells quite nicely and people are stitching it up and it's so exciting to see my pattern. And I get questions about the corners, either A, is this what I think it is? And I'm like, totally, or B, look at the corners. So that's, look at you trying to hang that. Nah, it's not going to happen. So there's that one. This one, which I'm so proud of.
It's so creepy. I threatened to not carry this one in my shop because it scared me.
But then she realized how cool it was.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So this one, and actually a funny story with this one. So I know this is the kind of thing that it's niche. But it stitched, and I don't even like horror. Go figure. But I stitched this up. It does actually look beautiful. I've got felt.
It's so cool.
Nicole Buckeye, when I had this on my video, apparently Brian saw it and went, that's really cool. Can you stitch that for me? That's the one stitch that I, would ever want. And then he said, how big is it? And she said, well, it's this big. And he's like, no, it needs to be bigger. That's too small. And she goes, well, you can't make it bigger. Not this one. Just because of the way it is, cannot be made bigger. And he goes, oh, well, if, you loved me, you would make it bigger or whatever bullshit he said. And she was just like, shut up, Brian. Anyway. Because yes, you would have to make the balloon bigger. That's the only thing you could make bigger. And who wants to stitch that much red, frankly? So what I did though, is I sent her, because I love her, a freebie of my newest release. Ooh. But at the same time, I included that pattern in there, but I redid the front. So I had autographed it to Brian. So he has an autographed copy.
Oh, that's amazing.
Where it says something like, dear Brian, I heard you saw this and wanted to take up cross-stitching. I'm so excited. Yes, trolling people with trolling people with cross-stitch patterns, man. Like, that's just, it's next level.
It's very punk.
It is very punk, isn't it? So yes, that is that one which I love. I'm actually so proud of this one.
It's really, really, really cool.
Yes. So, and what was funny about this was, Abby's like, I can't stock that. That's not on brand for me. And McKenna's like, seriously, Abby, I will. And then Abby's like, okay, I'll stock it. So that's how that went down. And then, do you have anything to show before I do my big reveal on my newest?
No, because I can't show anything else.
Yeah, I know.
It's really all about you. So.
Well, no, that's the problem with doing secret stitches. I love doing them, but there's nothing to show.
No. Well, and like, yeah, that one is like super secret.
Super secret. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, should we talk about my newest release? I'm so excited about this.
Yes, we should.
Yes. So this was stitched up for me by Gail Phillips, the Biscornu Queen. So she does videos. Thank you very much for doing this, Gail. It is so, so beautiful. We had some discussions as she was stitching it up and collaborations, especially around colors. So it's a Biscornu. I'm going to show the back first because the back is a giant moon.
So good.
I think that goes that way. No. Which way is the moon?
I mean,
that way, I think.
I love the moon, but I could not tell you.
No,
it's really pretty.
It is really pretty. It actually is the proper moon shadows. So that's why I was kind of saying which is the right way.
Right.
Actually, maybe it's on the diagonal, and maybe that's why I'm getting confused. Maybe it's like that. Aha. Think that might be it. Anyway, so it is a giant moon. This takes the longest to stitch, but the rest of it is super quick, and it is a firefly Biscornu.
Oh, and they're so cute.
They are so cute. So this one obviously couldn't get to StitchCon. I was so sad, and I thought I need to stitch some fireflies. Why hasn't someone designed a firefly Biscornu?
Why indeed?
So I did my own. And then had someone else stitch it for me.
Oh yeah, of course.
But trust me, it feels just as good as having stitched it myself. So on the front, there's a tiny moon, which again is proper moon shadows. There are the tiny Biscornu, tiny fireflies with their tiny little glows. Yeah. It is stitched on 32 count Sorcerer from Colour Cascades fabric, which is a Western Australian.
Okay. And is it sparkly?
It is sparkly because it looks like the stars. Yeah. And then on the corners, I have big fireflies, and they are actually colour correct.
Ooh.
So they've got, fireflies have a little red head.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so you can see a little red head. The big change, and it doesn't seem like a big change, when Gail did the first one, the back stitch was in B5200. And it looked really stark and too much. And so we changed it to one of the moon colours.
Oh, nice.
To make it less standy outy. It's got grass. And of course the grass, I did the grass it's in a gast. It's called Raven or something. So it's a blacky green.
Okay.
Get it? Because it's grass, but it's dark. So I wanted to have a touch of green. And I've actually given a DMC equivalent where you mix two colours. So you get that black green without having to buy if you don't use, if you don't want to use the hand dyeds. And then the moons on the corner, I love so much. We have, let me see, a waxing crescent. We have a no moon, which is there. It's really there. We then have waxing gibbous. And a full moon.
Oh, it's so good.
It is so good. And she just fastened it. We talked about that as well, just with some clear beads.
Yeah.
Because, they're just there to make the Biscornu shape.
Right.
So this could be yours. Not this one, because this one's mine. This pattern could be yours from the TopKnot Stitcher shop.
TopKnotStitcher.com.
Absolutely.
I also because international digital sales are complicated. So if you are not in the US or Canada
or Australia,
then you can get it through my Etsy shop instead.
Correct. And
shop.
I provide it to Abby in both A4 and US letter.
Although I actually figured out on Shopify for my website, you can only upload one file.
Oh.
So I have to sort that out a little bit still.
Look,
but
just figure out who buys
them. If you've ordered it and you want the other size,
yes, absolutely. Sure. Because look, it's just how if you print it out, if you're a printer outerer, I wanted to have the options for the rest of the world and America. So, and good. 1884 Stitchery McKenna also stocks this.
And Abby TopKnot.
And Abby TopKnot. And Abby TopKnot. I know, but I have to say, I've got to be fair.
Yeah.
But yes, Abby TopKnot. Get your bisque on you.
It's so good.
It is so good. I'm so happy with that. I'm so excited about it. So yes, that
means that's your 5th design. No, 4th. That's the 4th.
I've got the, that's what she said. I've got the Little Tiny Frida.
Yeah, Little Tiny Frida.
I've got the Creepy Clown.
The Fireflies.
It is my 4th release, and I have 2 whips, the one that you saw and one from Bendy, and 1 design in progress.
Nice.
It was really funny. Exciting. Before, when I did designs, they were always inspired by someone else. It was always someone else when I wish I could have blah. And finally, I'm like, this would be a great idea. So now I'm actually like this one. This one was just, I want this, and no one else has it.
Right. Now you do. That's awesome. You should call it, instead of just Firefly Biscornu, Firefly Full Moon Biscornu.
I could. But that means I would have to, redo every single,
That's true.
But you could list it like that on your store if you wanted.
I mean, it's good for SEO.
What's SEO?
Search engine optimization.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Yeah, do that. Not full moon, maybe just moon, because there's moon phases as well.
Yeah. Moon, yeah.
You could put full moon, you could put moon. I don't know.
Fireflies. And moon phases. I don't know. I don't really know how it works. So.
Yeah, I don't know. Firefly Biscornu. It has fireflies. It's a Biscornu.
Yeah, that works for me.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I have any other important shop updates. So many good Halloween charts are coming out.
I wish Halloween was bigger in Australia.
Yeah, it should be, because I've never been a big Halloween person until like the last 2 years.
Yes.
And then this year I'm just really ready for it to be autumn and Halloween, and
it's funny, I'm really ready for it to be spring. I'm so sick of winter this year, and I think it's because you're not in an office.
Yeah.
I'll show you my Halloween stitch that I've been working on for many, many years. And I love, this is straw, Weeks Dye Works straw. Now, so this is all I've done. It's an American pattern. So the first thing you'll notice is I actually changed my 31 and 10 around. Because I cannot look at American dates. They bend my brain. And it's this one.
Oh, yeah.
La-di-da, which.
It's so good.
It is so good. And that's how much. But this is my...
When you said years and years.
Well, in other words, I haven't really stitched it for years and years. And this giant piece of fabric, look.
Whoa.
So I may actually trim it off as well, now that I know I can do that bravely. Right. But I, maybe I'll work on that. I don't do that dark 13th thing. Because I thought maybe I should start stitching this on the 13th of each month. But, oh, this is in a Diana bag, look.
Oh, nice. Oh, your Liberty London.
Yeah, one of my Liberty London ones she made for me. She's so clever, and this is so beautiful.
Yeah.
I never get sick of looking at it. Thank you, Diana. But anyway, I will stitch on this one in October, I think, as my little stitch, because I will finish this the mushroom. I want to finish the mushroom. I did want to finish it today but I think I won't, because I ordered a pre-made frame so that I can reframe this.
Oh, yes.
She's so good.
She's so good. Oh, I love her so much.
I added her mouth in.
Oh,
She
nice.
didn't have a mouth. I needed it in there.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was in another frame. The frame was too big for it. So I reframed Alice, my Alice Quaker, in that one. And so she hasn't been in anything. And so I finally got around to ordering a better sized frame for her. And I'm picking it up today because it's pre-made. And I was hoping I could drop this one off because I was actually thinking, or I can order a frame. I might take it along and order a frame for it. The same. Like they just pre-make the frame and you just drop your stuff in.
Yeah.
So I might do that. That's what I'll do. I'll bring it along because what I want for that one, I have another French, a Nimnu one, the apple. And I got this really old, cost me next to nothing, gold frame, but it's really kind of, it's worn in spots and stuff naturally. Yeah, but I think I might try and find a fake thing similar to that because I wanted to know, I couldn't figure out where to put this because it's kind of a kitchen piece.
Yeah.
But it doesn't match my kitchen at all. And so I thought I'd put it in my entry area where my other French one is. And so then I was going to do a similar thin gold beat up looking frame.
I'm getting jam.
Oh.
I'm listening.
No, that's okay. I figured. He's
giant.
There
he is.
He is so big.
He's very big and he has so much fur. Hold on, get this.
But he's giant. Even like, he's just a giant cat.
He's a giant cat. He has this little like scratcher box and he like, it's his favorite place to sleep and it sits on the bottom shelf by my desk.
I love that he just sits in there as you do this to him.
Yeah. I do this to him all the time when I'm on Zoom calls and people are like, where's Jam? And I'm like, oh, let me pick him up in his box. Because he doesn't like my lap because he doesn't fit on it because he's so gigantic.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just put this box on my lap so I can pet him. And sometimes I just put it on my desk so that I can pet him and look at him. But yeah, I like will get up in the morning and he used to like run in and, you know, say good morning to me. And he's just fast asleep in his box.
Jasper, he's the first dog I've ever met who is not a morning dog.
Oh.
So he sleeps in his bed at the end of, like on the floor at the end of my bed. And if I get up, you know, 6-ish, he's so beautiful. Yeah, he does not even get up. He's just like.
He's like heavy, so there's not really a good spot where I can hold him.
He's
like,
so
I want to nap. Yes. That's right.
Do you know, you can't show me cats. I don't have a cat anymore because Ninny left us. And they're going, and Kerry, creative curator, she posted an Instagram picture of a Burmese she's looking after. I love Burmese cats. But there are so many pound cats that could be.
Yeah.
And I don't like kittens or puppies. Even though I had to have Jasper as a puppy, he drove me crazy. I'm so glad he's grown up now.
I mean, Jam drove me crazy up until like 2 months ago. He's finally kind of settled down.
Yeah.
He's 2
and
years
I
old
think
now.
What I do is I would actually go to the pound and go into their cat enclosure and just sit there and figure out who the friendliest cat was, and regardless of what it looked like. But the problem is Jasper really has cat issues for some reason. So I would have to also get quite a fierce cat who would fight back, basically.
Yeah.
But he would harass poor Ninny to within an inch of her life. So, and now when he sees cats when we're walking, oh my God. So I don't know if he's irreparable or not.
Well, maybe once he's a little older too. But that may just make it worse. I don't know.
He's a poodle. He's a jerk.
Jam's kind of a jerk sometimes too.
Yeah, I know, right? That's why we like them.
Yeah.
No, he's a lot better now.
But I got him a little automatic laser toy recently. Ooh. So it just sits there and lasers about, and he loves it. So that's my new, like.
And you don't even have to do it.
Right.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah. So that's
it's
my
like
new go-to if he's like.
Throwers.
Oh yeah. But so far that's helped us a lot, because every once in a while I'll be like on a call and I'll hear a crashing noise because he likes to knock things over to get attention, knock things off the walls.
Yeah.
That's a jerk. But he's so cute.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you are so cute.
Oh, I like talking to cats as well. Talkative cats are great. Oh, he matches me today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just putting my Ugg boots back on. My feet were getting cold.
Oh.
It's kind of that weird, you know, weather where it's August, so September is spring. So it's kind of like warm, cold, not even warm, just like cold, less cold.
Yeah.
So
just so weird because here
okay.
today it's in the 80s and it usually doesn't, like my house was hot at 10 a.m. this morning and that does not normally happen. It's normally like, now that it's almost 4 o'clock, like it'd be getting a little roasty toasty. Whew. I am excited for it to be fall. Right, Jim?
I'm excited for spring. But now we're just talking like regular friends here. So we might wrap up the video.
Okay.
And then we can keep chatting afterwards.
Okay, that sounds good. Quick little plug.
Oh.
I have a giveaway that's still open right now on my channel. If you go to my last like full-on Flosstube video, I have, because it was my 3-year Flosstube anniversary and I forgot about it. And then I even forgot to talk about it in the video, but the giveaway is associated with my 3-year anniversary. So you can watch that video to learn how to enter. It's going to close on Sunday, my Sunday, so in like 2 days. So
cool.
If you watch this right when we upload it,
which for me probably will be, even my Sunday, that still might give you a day.
Yeah. So yeah, go check that out. And then also I'll have a really cool, exciting giveaway in my next video. That it's going to be pretty great, if I do say so myself.
Do you know what we can probably do in this video? Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do a giveaway, Abby.
Ooh, okay.
And the giveaway is going to be one of each of my digital patterns. So all 4 of them to celebrate my new release. You can get all 4 patterns. We will do this on my video. So you need to comment on mine because we're going to post this on both of our channels. But on my video, if you leave a comment saying which one of the designs is your favorite, do not say giveaway. Do not post it on Abby's channel.
No,
my channel.
You'll get nothing.
Exactly. Which of these 4 designs? Oh, the Frida design, which I didn't show. You will actually have to go to Abby's store to look at the Frida design. So check out Frida and then check out, you've seen these other 3. Tell me which one's your favorite and I will put you in the drawing to win the complete set.
Yay!
Digitally in either A4 or US letter, whichever you prefer. So that's a great idea.
That is a great idea. Excellent.
Giveaways.
Yeah. Put this very hot cat on the floor. Say goodbye to
he
your
is a
family,
hot cat.
Jam, say goodbye.
Bye, Jam. So thank you everyone for watching and commenting. We both love seeing your comments. I'm sure Abby does. I do. I love getting comments. And I love, you know what, even if you just message me on Instagram or something, Mitch Stitch 1, that is a comment, right? I just want to know that, you're having a good time.
Okay. Thanks for watching.
Bye.